Hello students, welcome to Lido Homework, and in this video we are going to find out which number must be subtracted from each of the following numbers that is given to us so that you get a perfect square. Also, we need to find the square root of the perfect square that is obtained. Now in this, what you're going to do is you're going to first use long division method, and then whatever remainder you get, you're going to subtract it by the dividend. Okay, so for example, let's just look at a framework here. You have the dividend over here, dividend, you have the divisor, right, you have the quotient, and then once you solve, you have the remainder, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to subtract the remainder from the dividend. Okay, so let's do the sum and then it will be much more clearer to you. So we have the number 402. Okay, so let's use the long division method over here. First thing in the long division method is to group from right to left, right? So 2 and 0 is one group and 4 is another group. The second step is to find a number, a perfect square that is either 4 or less than 4, and we know that 2 into 2 is 4, or the square of 2 is 4. I'll get 0. I'll bring down the next set of numbers. Okay, then what do I need to do? I need to multiply my quotient so I can get a new divisor here, and I need to find another number that can fill the blank so that it will be subtracted from 0 to. Now over here the only possible combination is 40 into 0, that will give you 0, right? And then you will get the remainder as 2. Okay, so in this case, if you see the remainder and the dividend, what do I need to do? I need to subtract the dividend, the remainder from the dividend. Okay, and the answer that I'll get is a perfect square. So 402 minus 2 is equal to 400. Okay, the second part of the question says I need to find the square root of the perfect square obtained. So let's do that too. So square root of 400, let's group 2 2s are 4, 0, 0, 0 comes down here, 2 multiplied by 2 gives me a new divisor, that's 4, right? And to complete the division, I'll add a 0. 40 zeros are 0, right? So the new number that I got, or the new perfect square that I got, was 400. So square root of 400 is equal to 20. This is the answer for the first one. Let's move on to the second one. 1989. So first let's group them up. Okay, 2 groups here. Second step is to find a perfect square that is 19 or less than 19. So we know there's no perfect square that's 19. So less than 19, we know it's 4 4s are 16. Will give me 3. I'll bring down 89. 4 into 2 is 8. So I get the new divisor here, the new digit for the divisor. Now I need to figure out another number over here. So 84 into 4 will give me 336. Okay, that's the closest number that I can get, and my remainder is 53. So now to find the perfect square, what do? I'll take the remainder and I'll take the dividend, and I'll have to subtract the remainder from the dividend. So 1989 minus 53. If you subtract the two, you will get 1936. So 1936 is a perfect square, and let's find out the square root of 1936 by the long division method. So 1936, grouping is from right to left, groups of 2 digits. 4 4s are 16 is the closest one you can get. 336. Now if you go back and look in the first part of the calculation, we've seen that 84 4s are 336, right? So that's what will be repeated here. So you'll multiply the quotient with 2, you'll get a digit for the new divisor, and you'll say 84 4s are 336, and then you get the remainder 0. This means the perfect square 1936 has the square root 44. I hope you're able to follow this. Please feel free to pause the video, solve the other sums by yourself, and come back and look at it and figure it out whether you've got it right or wrong. Right? In this way, it will just help you practice much more. Okay. So the next one is 3250. So let's take 3250. Right to left, grouping first. Closest perfect square to 32 is 5, right? Because 6 6 are 36, 5 5 are 25. You will subtract it, you will get 7. Now bring down this 50. Multiply your quotient by 2. You will get a new digits for your new divisor, so that's 10. Now 107 into 7 is the closest I can get is 749. Okay, and then I have the remainder as 1. So what do we do now? If you can see, red and blue I have marked, so that's a remainder, and your dividend, you're going to subtract it, right? So let's take 3250 minus 1, which gives me 3249. So 3249 is a perfect square. Let's find the square root of 3249. This will give us a second part of the question. Let's group it up from right to left. Okay, 32, 5 5s are 25. You'll subtract it 7. You'll get down 49. Okay, 749, and we just did that in the earlier one, right? So if you first multiply the quotient by 2, you'll get 10. And if you see in the earlier part of the same problem, we know that 107 into 7 is 749. So what did we get? We got the square root of 3249 as 57. Okay, we have 2 more in this question. If you still haven't paused and tried and solved it by yourself, please, I highly encourage you to do that. Okay, let's move on to 825. So 825, we'll group from right to left. 1 here, right? 1 group, and 8 is a singular number over here. Okay, just a reminder, not necessary all the numbers will be in pairs of 2. Okay, and that's absolutely fine as long as you're making the groups from your right to left hand side. Let's go ahead with this. 2 2s are 4. Okay, we have 4 remainder. We'll bring down 25. Multiply the quotient with 2. You'll get the new digit 4. Okay, now 4, the number we'll add here is 8. 48 into 8 gives me 384. That's closest to 425. We'll subtract it. We'll get the answer as 41. So the remainder is 41. Okay, and the dividend is 825. So what do we do to find out the perfect square? We take the dividend and we subtract the remainder from the dividend. So 825 minus 41 is equal to 784. This means 784 is a perfect square. Let's find the square root of 784, which is the second part of the question that they've asked. Like I said, grouping from your right to left. Let's go on here. 2 2s are 4. Perfect square smaller than 7. We get 3. We'll bring 84 below. Oh, look at the previous one over here, right? 384, that's the same thing we've got in here. So we know that 48 into 8 gives us 384, which makes our calculation even more easier. So let's multiply the quotient by 2, you'll get 4, and 9 know 48 into 8 is equal to 384. And when I subtract that, I'll get the answer as 0, right? So the square root of 784 is equal to 28. Okay, we've solved 4 sums together, and if you still haven't paused the video, I will highly recommend you to pause it, solve it by yourself, and come back. Let's get on to the last one in this question, that is 4000. Okay, base rule from your right to left, groups of 2. Okay, closest perfect square to 40 is 36. 6 6 are 36, right? You have 4. We'll bring down this double 0. We'll multiply the quotient by 2 to get the new digit for the new divisor, that is 6 into 12. I've gotten 2 digits here. Now what number would you add here? It would be 123 into 3, that's the closest number possible. That will give me 369, closest number to 400, okay, or less than 400, right? Over here, my remainder is 31. So I have a remainder. I have a the dividend 4000. The quotient over here is 63. We don't need the quotient over here right now. What we're going to do, we're going to take the dividend and we are going to subtract the remainder, right? So 4000 minus 31 is equal to 3969. Okay, so 3969 is a perfect square. Let's find the square root of 3969. 3969, group it from right to left, groups of 2 pairs. 6 6 are 36. 369, I'll bring it below. 6 into 2 is 12. Okay, I clearly look over here. 369, 123 into 3 gives me 369. That's the same number I've gotten here. So that's 123 into 3, right, which will give me 369, and the remainder is 0. So the square root of 3969 is equal to 63. Hope your doubts are solved with this particular question. Feel free to like, share and comment, and I'll see you in the other video. Thank you.